gave me this, he lent me this thing. What this is, it's a stove and a charger all in one. It's made by a company called BioLite. So it's comes in this bag. It costs around, I think he said 150 bucks. I'm not entirely sure I'd go out and spend that kind of coin on this apparatus yet. I'm not sure. I'm gonna see how she fires up and how it heats, how fast it heats water. I have one video on there that I show you how to make this with a knife. It costs nothing, like literally nothing. Boils water in 3 to 5 minutes for sure, right? Regardless, the point is, and there's no weight to that. This here weighs about 2 pounds. It doesn't seem like a lot of weight, but when you're carrying stuff in the bush, yep, every pound counts. How this works, this comes apart. This is the tech part. This is a tin can, fancy tin can. It's really cool engineering. It really is. So the fascinating thing about this is that not only does it have a fan in it, which causes a vortex in here, which causes a really good warm fire, it also has a USB port. This USB port can be used to charge your cameras when you're out here. You know, we all know that carrying batteries suck. So, you know what, if you can recharge, it's beautiful. I have a Goal Zero, which I use during the day to charge up. But this thing at nighttime, when you're sitting around and you got a fire going anyway, why not, right? Okay, there she goes. Now, here goes. Grab a stick. I want to wreck the guy's thing on him. Stuff it in. Whoop. Stuff that in. Stuff that in there. Beautiful. Ready to go. Now, let's get a few sticks in there, shall we? There. There's a fan here, watch. You press this button, and that gets her going. I'm surprised it doesn't melt this plastic. Wow. Suppose you gotta make sure, you know what? I just realized something. Let's turn this a bit. There. That's better. Yeah. So I guess you wouldn't want the prevailing winds to be blowing it against this plastic, because you'd melt that plastic for sure. There's a green light on the plastic now, you can see it. Right here. That means it's ready to charge, I guess, so I could plug my camera in. Well, let's give it a go. Let's see. So, I don't know if you can see that blinky red light on this thing. I don't know if you can, but she's charging up good. Some more wood in this thing. I want to see if I can boil water with it, which I'm sure I can. Okay, so there we go. So let's put this on. Hey, whoa! Okay, that was no good. Yeah, that sucked. Whoa, I poured water. It started going again. Well, that's too funny. All right, let's try it again. Let's turn that down. Whoa, that's too much. Yeah, see, I'm not sure about this. There we go. Flame shooting out the back, we'll see what happens. Oh man. Guess I should have read the instructions. Yeah. The only issue I see with this is I can't continually add wood. Once I put the pot on top, I can't add more wood. I have to take the pot off and then risk the same thing that happened before. Watch. I take this off, and then I have to add more wood. Put a bit of wood in there. Maybe a few bigger pieces would help. There we go. Let's put this on before we get crazy. Yeah, Read the instructions first. If you're using anything on fire like this, I'm talking about your pots, it's a really good idea to soap the outside of your pots. I didn't want to do it with this because this is not my unit and I didn't want to get it all messed up. As it is, I almost drowned it, but regardless. So the Hobo Stove, your fuel goes in here just like this. Pretty simple, easy peasy. Rip up your birch bark. Water's starting to roll now in there. Rip up your birch bark, put it in here. Throw a handful of sticks in here. This thing gets hot. Do not light it on the ground. All right, you've got to be on stones or on, something that's well protected. Just throw sticks in. Flint and steel. Use your flint and steel. You can light it right here and brush the stuff inside. Boom, up she goes. In this particular case, I'll just simply use a piece of birch bark because I already got this lit. Okay, so I guess the question comes down to the BioLite stove or the Hobo Stove. Well, for me, because of simplicity, it's still the Hobo Stove. However, would I purchase one of those BioLite things? This BioLite stove, yeah. Yeah, because you know why? It also charges your gear. So you can heat your water and you can charge your gear all at the same time. As far as firing up the Hobo Stove, yeah, easier. However, having said that, with that unit, it's got multi-function. This doesn't. This is it. What you see is what you get. That's all you get. I don't know, it's a toss-up. It really is. For me, it's a toss-up. However, I'd have to recommend the BioLite. I do. Simply because the BioLite is a multi-function unit. The Hobo Stove, as good as it is and as easy and cheap as it is to make, it can't charge devices.